Hello, people. Welcome back to the Nightwalk Vlog. I'm kind of sad. Not because of the topic, but I can't walk my dog, you know? He pulls so bad on the leash. I can't walk him. And I hate it. I hate it for him because it's like, it's important for dogs to have walks, but I can't, for some reason, he will not. He pulls on that leash and like he's gotten even worse with that shit. I'm trying to figure out ways to like teach him how to, walk without pulling the leash. It's sad though, like man, I swear that shit got me about to tear up. I want to walk him so bad, but I'm not putting up with that shit. I hate that shit so much, but I hate it for him. Cause I love it. I love my dog to death, and I can't even walk him because he's so fucking retarded. I hate it, bro. I'm gonna try to figure something out. I don't know if I got to get a shot collar or whatever, bro. But I hate that shit, bro. That shit got me fucked up. But speaking of fucked up, so today I wanted to talk about an issue that affects a lot of men globally around the world. It's one of the biggest male insecurities since the dawn of time. Well, probably not going back that far. I don't think they probably didn't know better. But for a long ass time, right? And that's being a guy with a small dick. I'm not talking average. Average is one thing. I'm talking small. Cause you guys know I made a whole song about this shit. Little black dick, little black dick, little black dick, little black dick guy. Why me? And I wasn't playing. Sometimes I exaggerate in songs, for the feels. But that shit was real. I'm a man with a small penis. And a lot of guys are men with small penises. But so let's just talk about like coping with being a guy with a small dick. Cause it's one of those things that a lot of guys won't even talk about this shit. They'll talk about it online, but a lot of guys won't even admit to it. I think I was hanging out with my friends one day, and but somehow the topic of penis came up, and I mentioned that I had a small dick, and I remember one guy, he looked at me like I forgot exactly what he said, but it was like, that's not something that you just go around telling people. That shit was funny to me, bro. But that's just how I am. The fuck is that? A dead ass possum? Rest in peace. Y'all want to see it? Nah, y'all want to see that shit. Yeah, but so let's go back. We always got to go back first. So I think I kind of, for the most part, for a while, I knew that penis size was something that was important. I didn't know exactly how important it was, but I knew it was something that mattered. Early on, I knew that whole size doesn't matter, motion of the ocean. I knew that was bullshit, but I wasn't sure exactly how much it mattered. And not only that, I didn't really know that I had a small dick, right? I just never thought about it as far as because again, I didn't have an understanding of what was small and what was average and what was big. I knew I wasn't big, but I didn't realize I was small until a few years ago. And it's kind of crazy thinking back to it, how the fuck did I not know? But for some reason, I just never thought of it like that. So, but one day, I guess I was looking at porn, or maybe I was in one of those, how we always have those threads about, does size matter and whatnot. And I looked down at my dick, I'm like, hold up, we got a problem. I was like, wait a minute, my dick's small as hell. And so from there, I started doing like a lot of research. I'll never forget. I obsessively scoured the internet for scientific research, data, graphs, charts, all kinds of shit, man. Just trying to see how bad it really was, right? And I was like, damn, it's bad. It's real bad. And but I'm not gonna go into like all that as far as like why it matters, how important it is, like specific sizes and shit like that. I'm not gonna like. I think I'm gonna save that for the podcast. We're gonna have a whole episode dedicated to that shit. But tonight, I just want to talk about like how do you cope with it? Like how do you deal with it? Because I know a lot of guys like it's one of those things like it really depresses them, and you know it brings you down. Like, you know, other insecurities, like especially like height. I feel like height, penis size, facial structure, hairline, those tend to be some of the major things that guys are insecure about. And, you know, I like my face. I got a big forehead, but I got a, you know, and a great hairline, but oh well, I can work with this, right? And I'm 5'8". That's about close to average height, but my dick is literally small. I got an Asian dick. That's one of my favorite bars to use in my rhymes. So when I initially realized that I had a small dick, it kind of hit me hard. It depressed me a little bit because even though I've always been generally okay with being a virgin and being single, I think in the back of my mind, I always knew that it's not that I can't get laid. I just don't feel like trying. I still always kind of envisioned that in the future, I could possibly have a girlfriend. I could possibly have those experiences. So I wasn't really worried about it. I never felt like I was an incel or anything like that. Like it was just hopeless for me. I just knew I didn't want to put in the effort. I'm lazy and I'm good. So whatever, but I'll do it when I do it. And that's why it had kind of depressed me when I first realized it, because it was like that dream was instantly shattered. I realized that, you know, even if I do get a girlfriend, even if I do have sex, more than likely she's not going to be satisfied with me. And contrary to popular belief, it's not just about the satisfaction of the woman. When I look at sex, because I look at a lot of porn, and this is, again, I have to, I got to make assumptions here as a virgin, and I could be wrong. But when I look at porn, even visually, it looks like having sex as a guy with a big dick, it looks way more fun because you can hit those like long strokes. You can really get up in there. You can like just the way you can manhandle and toss a bitch around and just get all up in there. And it just seems like it's so much shit. It's so much more shit that you can do as far as like the way you have sex. And then I see porn with guys with little dicks, and then it's like it's the opposite. It looks boring. Like they do those little short strokes, like tap 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 tap. I mean, it look. Not only does it look like worse for the girl, it looks more boring as the guy because you ain't got that long stroke ability. And then on top of that, you gotta look at it like this. Part of what would make it pleasurable for the guy is the pussy gripping your dick tightly, right? And if you got a small dick, then more than likely you're not gonna like the pussy isn't going to grip around your dick the way it would a big dick, you know. And especially now, the way these girls are, that how promiscuous they are, and you know, most of them, they've already experienced being with a guy who's well endowed. So I can only imagine that as a guy with a small dick, if you end up with a girl whose vagina has been decently used, it might feel like putting your finger in a mayonnaise jar or something. Is that a cat? He chilling too. It might feel like putting your dick in the mayonnaise jar. Again, I can't. Again, just speculation here, but it looks like it would be worse for both parties. So it was just kind of disappointing realizing that. But it didn't take long for me to get over it. It didn't take long for me to get over it because then I thought, well, it's not like I need to have sex anyway. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'm not good at sex, whatever. And I think that's the first thing when it comes to coping with being a guy with a small dick. And I know a lot of guys are not going to be able to do this. I don't expect guys to be able to do this because I've always been this way anyway. But I think the first thing you got to accept it for what it is, you know? You just got to accept that in terms of sex, you're just inferior. You don't have that look, the odds are stacked against you. It's almost like being short in the NBA. It's like you look at the NBA, right? I guarantee you, if you look at the Hall of Famers or like the top 50 players, I guarantee you 90% of them were well over 6 feet. I guarantee you. You had some anomalies. You had some good players who were under 6 feet. But again, anomalies, right? Being tall is an advantage when it comes to basketball, period. And that's kind of what penis size is to sex. And I think even to a larger degree, you can argue that how much it matters all day, but undoubtedly it matters. And I think guys who are big are always going to be at the top in terms of like sexual prowess. And so I just think first you got to accept that. And I think part of accepting that is that, and again, this is why it's going to be hard for guys. I think a lot of people, we have our ego wrapped up in being good at sex. I think a lot of people can't accept not being attractive to women. A lot of guys can't accept not being able to pleasure a woman the way that the next guy can. And I think you got to get out of that mindset. It's probably not going to be easy, but I feel like the more you cling to it, the more you're going to suffer. I think once I realized it, I just let it go. Like, okay, well, shit, I just ain't got it. I'm not that guy. I'm not saying it like, you know, just, okay, I got a small dick, never have sex. I'm just saying that, okay, I'm at a big Nice puppy. Nice puppy. I'm just saying that because I got a small dick, I'm at a big disadvantage. So that's it. So here's the next thing though. And a lot of guys, they're not going to understand this. They would never do this, and I get it. But this is just me personally, right? Always tell the girl beforehand that you have a small dick. This is what I would do. If I knew, okay, I'm dating this girl or we're talking, right? I'm not saying you just walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, I got a small dick." I'm not saying get a small dick flag and wave it around. But I would look for a good opportunity to kind of slide it in there. Like, "Hey, guess what? I got a small dick." No, I'm serious. I would look for the opportunity to tell her. So why would I do this? Okay, so one thing I noticed reading stories of from guys who have small dicks, one of the things that scares guys the most is the anticipation of getting in that moment where the clothes are coming off and she realizes, oh, he has a small dick. And that causes anxiety. So if you get it out the way, it'll make that moment easier when it's, because she already knows, you already told her, hey, I got a small dick. In fact, I would even exaggerate a bit, like go down like an inch or two, like cut an inch off, like like if you 5 inches, say you're 4. If you're 4, say you're 3, right? Just let it be known. And but like Making sure she understands you serious, right? And what that does is that it eliminates a portion of that anxiety of the reveal. I think a lot of guys, they stress the most about just the girl finding out and being disappointed. But if you lay it right there on the table, then it's like she already knows, right? Again, I understand why guys wouldn't want to do this, because it might scare, it's gonna scare some girls away. They're gonna be like, "Oh, small dick, fuck this nigga. I ain't about to fuck with this small dick ass nigga." they gonna find a way to ghost your ass. They gonna find a way to ghost you after that shit. But I feel like if you scared of that, I don't think that's a good mindset to have anyway. Like, oh God, like just living in fear of losing out on sexual opportunities. I don't think that's any way to live. That's why I would just go ahead and put it right there on the table, because I don't care whether it scares her away or not. You know, it would just help as far as making that moment a lot easier to deal with, you know, because she already knows. And the other thing about it too is this: it makes her accountable, right? And women hate being accountable. Women cannot stand being accountable, bro. And this is what I'm talking about. And I'm sure you guys have heard stories and shit where it's like girls, they'll like a guy, right? And they'll end up having sex with him, but his dick is small. And then they'll go around complaining like, "Oh God, girl, his dick was so small. You know how girls do. He had a little dick. You know, they gonna roast your ass, right?" But if you tell her beforehand that you have a little dick, then she can't complain. How can you complain about little dick when you chose little dick? That's like if I got a video game and somebody come over like, "Hey, let me borrow that," and I say, "Yo, that shit suck. That shit whack." You're like, "Man, let me get it anyway. I give it to you. That shit suck. That shit whack." And then you talking about me like, "Man, that nigga gave me that game. That shit whack." Like, nigga, you chose the game. I told you it was whack. It's the same idea. If you tell her beforehand and she still agrees to have sex with you, then she really doesn't have any right to complain. You chose little dick. You selected little dick. And so, you know, these little things here, it's not going to help you in terms of performance, right? But I feel like, because it's not much you can do in that department that isn't just straight cope, right? But stuff like this is things guys don't really talk about. These little things right here, I feel like will help guys at least mentally and psychologically. I think the more you live in fear of being that guy with a little dick, the more it's going to hurt, the more it's going to affect you. I think you got to get over that fear. You have to embrace being the little dick guy. You have to embrace being the little dick guy to move on. You got to embrace it. You got to accept it, and you got to embrace it, and you got to use it to, I can't say your advantage, but it can work as sort of a filter, right? Again, so many guys, they got that scarcity mindset, and they thinking, okay, if I tell her, I'm gonna lose out on this opportunity. But I don't think like that, bro. Like, I feel like when you live like that, you live in constant fear. I'm gonna miss out on this pussy. I'm gonna miss out on that pussy. Man, me, I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck it all up. I'll blow the whole pussy building up. Fuck all this shit. I walk into the pussy with a damn TNT vest on. I don't give a fuck. I'll blow the whole shit up. That's my mindset, though. I don't give a shit. So I think the most important thing, you just gotta own it. I'm not saying it like own it like it's cool, but it is what it is. Like, whatever. I got a small dick, and so, but really, I gotta say, the main reason why it doesn't bother me as much as it does other guys is that, going back to what I originally said, my ego is not wrapped up in being good at sex. I can accept that I'm not good at everything. I can accept I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. I can accept that because I know what I'm good at. I know that I have value. So understanding that I have value, I can live with the fact that I can't do everything. I don't know how to play basketball, right? I don't know how to fix, like I'm not a plumber. I don't know how to like fix toilets. I'm not an electrician. I can't do that shit. And it's certain things I don't have the talent for. And I don't have the talent for sex. At least not like at least not like big dick thug nigga sex. And that's really what most girls want. You know, I get tired of seeing these guys, you know, they try to give guys advice as far as like what to do when you have a small dick. And they'll tell you shit like, just finger the girl, eat the pussy. And I'm like, these guys, they don't get it. They don't get it, bro. See, the problem with that shit, you gotta understand, bro. Sexual polarity is so important when it comes to sex. Even a virgin like myself can understand that shit. It's like, yeah, you can eat pussy, you can finger the bitch, but she could do that her damn self. She could flick her own bean all day and come back to back to back, right? She can hook up with another girl and get her cake eaten and get fingered, bruh. What makes like women want what only a man can give them. That's why all that fingering, all that fucking bullshit, that little, you sit there, all that bullshit, bro. That shit is not masculine. It's not masculine. What's masculine is grabbing the bitch by the neck, long stroking that bitch from behind, like bam, bam. You got a blunt in your mouth and shit. You smack that bitch on that, just long, just deep in that bitch. That's masculine. That's how bitches want to get fucked. They want that long dick thug nigga sex. I hate to tell you, but that's what it is. You know, that Kama Sutra bullshit, like, yeah, you could probably make her orgasm with that shit, but at the end of the day, what I realize is that most girls, bruh, they just want to get off work, take a bath, and get that long, that big dick thug nigga sex with the Migos playing in the background. Maybe grab around the neck, pull the hair a little bit, smack on the ass, you know, shit like that. But all that extra, please. They teaching you to have sex with her like you a girl. They basically telling you to have lesbian sex. It's not masculine, bro. But for real though, you gotta think about that shit. We can get ourselves off with our hand. We don't need a girl, but still, we would rather have a girl because of the experience of being with a woman. We're the masculine and she is the feminine. So it's different. Yeah, I can jack myself off an orgasm the same way a girl can finger herself an orgasm. But having that other person there, that person that is the opposite of you, you're the man, she's the woman, she's the man. I mean, she's the woman. Well, she's the woman, he's the man. You know, that's what's most important. And it's unfortunate, bro. It's sad because it's like, it's like to me, the whole penis size thing, bro, is like probably the saddest black pill. Because you can change so much, like you can improve yourself in so many ways. You can make more money. You can get plastic surgery if your face ugly. You can get hair plugs, wigs. You see what LeBron doing with his shit. You can do so much to improve your physical body and also compensate with like money and status. You can improve your personality. But it ain't nothing you can do to make your dick bigger. I mean, they got penis pumps, but then your dick end up looking like a fucking party balloon. They even got leg lifting surgery for guys who are short, but nothing for penis size. And To me, it's like the penis peel is the saddest one. It's the saddest one, I swear. And it takes something to get over it, but I did, and so that's why I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. I'm gonna definitely do like a whole episode on this shit though. Go more in depth, bring up like scientific studies and videos and shit. You know, really go deep on this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little depressing penis peel breakdown. This is Chad Marco with the Nightwalk Vlog, and I'll see you guys later. Jana.